is Papa Shango. And you are listening to Icopod. Beware of Papa Shango. Beware of voodoo. And definitely beware of Icopod.
And we're back with episode 154 of Icopod. I am Bob Colling Jr. With me, as always, is Austin Skinner and Dallas Gridley. And fellas, we are coming out of In Your House 3. How are we feeling as we head into In Your House 4?
Not bad, I guess.
Riveting.
I was looking back on some of the stuff. I'm making the posts for In Your House and everything, and not a lot happened. I'm gonna pretend that we're resetting it. This is a different WWF today, and who knows? We have another In Your House coming up. We're probably gonna know the whole card by today's episode, and it's not gonna make any sense. So there's not a whole lot to look forward to in the WWF at this time, at least for me.
Well, how can you say nothing really happened? We had the controversial tag team title switch where Shawn and Diesel won, and we had Bret Hart get revenge on the evil pirate dude.
You can stop after Shawn and Diesel, buddy.
And Sid beat the pig farmer guy. And the teacher beat the bad dude.
Yeah, and so like I said, not a lot happened. Diesel and Shawn are tag champs, but I have a sneaking suspicion that this episode of Raw, that might no longer be the case.
I guess for me, I don't know. I'm going to disagree. I think that, following the pay-per-view, which on paper and in the lead up was fucking dumpster fire. The execution wasn't horrible. I mean, we've seen some bad In Your Houses and some bad pay-per-views for the year. I would unfortunately kind of stack this one somewhere closer to the top of the pile rather than the bottom. Again, not saying much because the rest of the year has been hot garbage, if not a dumpster fire in itself. But I don't know. I do feel like we're on a slight uptick. Maybe not, anything to write home about, but I do feel like we're slowly transitioning into a point where, hey, we're gonna give you guys something. I mean, they can only pass with nothing for so long, especially with the emergence of Nitro. The more garnered success of the WCW pay-per-views with Hogan and friends. I do think and I do feel, especially coming off of the last In Your House last week, I do feel like there's a little bit of momentum in the WWF's corner, which is something I can't say that I've felt in a long time. Maybe that's me being optimistic. Maybe that's me applying what we've seen thus far compared to, say, a 93 or a 94 and using my best judgment of kind of time frame. But I do feel like we are slowly, turtle-esque heading in a higher direction. Now, whether or not that's going to come to full fruition tonight, I doubt it. Will it come to full fruition for the next pay-per-view? Probably not. but I do think the spark has maybe almost been lit. Like the match is getting closer to the fuse. So I will disagree there in saying that, nothing really happened. For some reason, I do feel like we're going to get something, moving forward. And then really, they're not going to have a choice. I mean, once the Royal Rumble hits, which is only a couple of months away, we lead right into WrestleMania, and they cannot afford to have another WrestleMania 11, and I don't think they're dumb enough to do so. So I do think they're going to be forced into lighting that fuse and hopefully sending us onto the fast track to 1996. So I am holding out hope, and I do feel like, all things considered, going into the pay-per-view and now coming out of it, I think we came out better than we went in.
Well, it's good to know that Austin's suffering from Stockholm syndrome.
Well, so what I was like, okay, if you compare this In Your House to the others, yes, this one was better. Was it as bad of a show as we expected? No. Did anything happen? No. Like nothing happened in the show. So I guess I don't understand where you think there is an upswing. I guess maybe there's that excitement of, okay, what is going to happen with Diesel and Shawn?
Yeah, exactly.
But I guess if that's it, then
yeah, but you got to understand, before we had nothing. We have something.
I guess if we can consider that an upward
but beggars
swing.
can't be choosers, man. We have something, and that's what I said. We have something.
Well, I guess it's easier to please you, and I guess in this case, than me. And I thought I was the easy one to please out of the three of us.
I don't know. I'm just trying to keep WWF optimistically. Again, I'm not watching Nitro, so I have nothing to compare it to, and I think that's playing a big part in my views at this point.
Well, if you were watching Nitro, I'm sure you'd be like, wow, WWF sucks.
Well, and that's the thing, and that's kind of why I'm glad I'm not, because again, this is a WWF podcast. So I'm glad that, I'm kind of holding that flagpole because somebody has to. And again, compared to just WWF stuff, I don't know. I guess that's where my views are coming in.
Competition's good for the heart.
Absolutely.
You can't settle for mediocrity.
If you're a WWF fan, you can.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't be. This is all pretty ironic because you've always kind of identified as a WCW guy.
Oh, I am 100%. There's no doubt about that.
That's kind of funny.
Just trying to, keep a foothold in the WWF.
Do you see yourself ever switching over to watching WCW?
For the podcast?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
That's ridiculous. It's so much more fun when you have both of them going on, so you can see what's going on.
Yeah, no, I know, and that's what you guys are doing.
Yeah, but why can't you do it?
Because I don't split my attention, Bob. It's one thing or nothing, okay? That's the kind of... I'm a loyalist, buddy.
I think in more ways than one, we've learned that's not necessarily true, Austin.
So then,
yeah, and how'd that work out, motherfucker?
Well, anyway.
Yeah, a shit show, buddy.
Generally, I like to dip into my Nitro before we watch the podcast, not during like Bob. Bob likes to double team it. Needless to say,
there's nothing wrong with a double team, man.
No, absolutely not.
No, double the fun.
For me, the Nitro part of it isn't only an escape or to find an escape, but it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. And being on here and watching a Raw with you guys as well is giving me the opportunity to now do both. So I think it's a lot of fun to do both.
Well, and I guess that's a good point too. So for me, it's like the shoe's on the other foot. I've pretty much seen the WCW stuff. I mean, there's definitely holes and there's definitely stuff that I'm like not immediately familiar with. But at this time, I'm much more familiar with the WCW stuff than I am with the WWF stuff. So for me, I'm kind of trying to keep that optimism because, again, it is stuff I've never seen directly, sequentially. So for me, I'm trying to keep that enjoyment because, again, I know as hard as it is week to week sometimes, this is what the podcast is. So for me, it's like seeing it with fresh eyes and stuff, I'm sure, like Bob, I can't imagine going through this freaking bullshit if I were him. Like, if I were him, I would have quit already. The fact that I haven't seen a lot of this stuff sequentially week to week leading into pay-per-views is something that keeps me around. And maybe that's a bad bias to have, but it is one that I do have and I do recognize. So I'll own up to that, no problem. And I think that's one of the reasons why I am able to say, you know what, I can put WCW aside, is because, again, I'm just more readily familiar with that. I kind of know the gist of this time period.
I'm just more interested to see, like, roughly what both shows are doing at the same time.
And I think that's the unique part of it. And I think that is what you guys will bring, which is great. Again, for me, it's like, as our listeners know, I have a hard time digesting a lot of this stuff as it is. So if I'm like constantly seeing this show that's like way better, the less likely I am to enjoy my time watching what we're watching. So I just don't want to do that to myself. I'd rather, ignorance is bliss, right? That's what I'm going through. Like, for me, right now, WWF 95 that's all there is to watch. There's nothing else going on. That's how I'm choosing to go through the podcast.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. And there's probably a lot of fans that were exactly like that.
Yeah.
To begin with. So, but unfortunately for those fans, there are two companies, WWF and WCW. So how about we get into some observer notes regarding some things that are going on in both WCW and WWF. First off, In Your House, number 3, 49% of the readers considered it a thumbs up show, 41.8 thumbs down, and 0.92% in the middle.
Huh. Don't we usually hear more in the middle or no?
Yes, it's not usually cut and dry like that.
Right.
It would be like 51 up, 30 in the middle, and 20 or whatever, 19.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not very, it's not very like concrete on how people feel about it.
I think that split's pretty interesting because that means either people really they probably enjoyed it enough to, I would say they really liked it, or they really didn't like it, or else they would have voted in the middle. So it's pretty interesting that it's that divided between the readers.
And here's the thing. I'm going to credit WCW for a little of that. It's kind of making people jump off the fence posts. It's like, listen, do you like this shit or not? Because if not, now you get to watch something else.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to kind of tip a cap to them for that. At the same time, I can't remember, but even though it's not in the positives, Bob, isn't that 43% thumbs up more than we've had in a while for a WWF pay-per-view?
It was 49%. That was thumbs up.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, SummerSlam I think was a high.
Oh, wow.
95. SummerSlam 95 I believe was pretty high.
I guess we can't judge anything on that then.
Yeah.
Well, regardless.
The best match was Brett against Lafitte, got 121 votes. The tag main event got 13. The worst match was Waylon Mercy and Savio Vega, and the second worst match was Sid against Henry Godwin.
Yeah. Well, in Dallas, didn't you mention that that's probably the last time we see Waylon Mercy on camera?
Well, that's the last time we are going to see him, as he does appear once more, I think, on Superstars, and then it is house shows after that. Okay. So we will not see him unless they show his Superstars thing. And if I remember correctly, it was like a match between like him and Diesel or something very, very weird like that. So
yeah, I think it is Diesel.
Okay, well, regardless, I mean, for the whole Waylon Mercy thing, just to kind of put a bow on it, for me, it's like interesting if he was a manager coming in. Bring Waylon Mercy in as a manager guy. No problem. He could take a bump here or there, if that. To bring him in with this vignette package a couple of weeks leading up, as if he's going to make this splash, and then him virtually having both knees blown out from match number 1. Very silly. So, like, the interest is there, and, like, the look is fine. As a full-time roster guy, absolutely not, and I do think he was a flop experiment, personally.
I would say he was a failure.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was even worse than I was anticipating. The fact that he couldn't move. Like, if he could at least move, like, he barely walk. I mean,
you know, and I agree with that because, like, thinking back, Waylon Mercy, I don't think I've ever seen any of his matches, but, like, the way people talk about him and, like, kind of hype him up as, like, oh, what could have been. I thought he could wrestle a little bit still. Like, dude, no. There's
back
no
when
way.
He was Dan Spivey.
Well, and that's the thing, and that's kind of what I was always in the notion of. Like, oh, he was towards the tail end of his career, but not off to that degree. Yeah. And it was.
Yeah, I mean, he was cooked. He was absolutely cooked. By the time he saw.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Bob.
There's just no way. I was trying to think of a better word, but he was.
No, that's perfect. Yeah.
He was on the grill a little too long.
Yeah.
Johnny B. Bad over in WCW. He injured his ribs, but he should be fine for Halloween Havoc. Speaking of Halloween Havoc, there is a projected card here. So I'll just run through this real quick. Hulk Hogan defending the title against the Giant. But he'll also be competing against the Giant in a monster truck match. So that's going to be a shit show.
Fuck.
Ric Flair is going to team with Sting to take on Arn Anderson and Brian Pillman. Randy Savage will be in singles action against Kamala. The television champion Diamond Dallas Page will defend against Johnny B. Bad. Lex Luger squares off against Meng. Road Warrior Hawk takes on Kurosawa. And then Sabu would be battling Jerry Lynn or Mr. JL. That is the rough estimate of a card here for Halloween Havoc.
I thought it was going to go way downhill way faster. So you start real low with monster truck match.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple rough things, but that actually is not too bad.
You know, yeah, I would agree too. And even at this, like in 95, dude, monster truck, like that's a huge thing in 95. Right.
Gravedigger.
Dude, so big. And like they're coming to the towns all the time. They're doing a ton of shows and drawing a ton of money. So that's excusable to me. Because it's like an attraction thing. Like, okay, WCW, Southern Wrestling, monsters trucks, Southern Entertainment kind of deal. Whatever. That's fine. For a card, Halloween Havoc, there might be some sleepers in there. Some matches that you don't expect to be good. And typically with WCW pay-per-views, at least the last couple, like, there's been just not, very thin, and then maybe one or two matches that we're like kind of interested in. So I'd say for a Halloween Havoc card, that sounds pretty good.
Your guys' reaction surprised me. I think Halloween Havoc 95 is a pay-per-view that I've maybe watched one time.
I don't think I've even watched that. Oh yeah, probably one time. Yeah, one time.
I don't know if the card changes up going into it or something, but I just remember it not being all that great.
Well, just off the top of my head, I don't know why. Like Sabu, Mr. JL might be good.
Yeah, but they're probably gonna get like 4 minutes.
Right.
Good ass 4 minutes.
Just a car crash, probably.
Yeah.
DDP and fucking who did you say?
Johnny B. Bad.
Yeah, that might be good.
Yeah, that could be good. And then I guess Flair and Sting against Anderson Pillman. But then after that, it's like nothing.
Well, yeah. So that's why I was like, some of the matches I think sounded really interesting. I don't know why, but that tag team match like really was like, oh, okay. Like I feel like I need to see that. So you got me more excited for Halloween Havoc than me watching the Nitros starting to lead into. I mean, I know it's early, but I'm pumped for this projected card. I'm interested to see what ends up happening and where it turns out.
Yeah, I don't think it's terrible if that's kind of where we land.
I'm just really surprised. Hopefully it ends up surprising me when we eventually have to watch it. Well, before Halloween Havoc, though, there was Fall Brawl, and as of this recording, we technically have not watched Fall Brawl yet, but
Right.
there are some numbers for what it may have done here. You got a 0.48 buy rate, which would be the lowest rating for a pay-per-view that Hogan has ever been on for WCW.
Mm.
So maybe War Games ain't much of a draw when you're going against the Dungeon of Doom, brother.
I mean, I can't imagine why.
Kamala, who was previously mentioned for Halloween Havoc, is most likely going to be done following Halloween Havoc, so I can't imagine he'll be victorious in that match. So he won't be sticking around too long. The World Wrestling Federation has tried to talk Adam Bomb and Jeff Jarrett into returning. Bomb flat turned them down, though. But
All right, yes.
They're still trying to work on Double J, so we'll see how that works out.
And you know what, man? Good for Adam Bomb for fucking standing up and saying, middle finger, buddy, because you destroyed my career while I was with you. So, yes.
Yeah, he
fucking
knew
good.
He knew it wasn't going to get any better for him.
Good. I'm so... You know what? There's nothing more than I'd like to see Adam Bomb come back and just kick ass and be like a fucking at least higher, mid-card guy. But that's absolutely not going to happen. So I'm so glad for him for recognizing that at this time and being like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Such a bummer that he didn't end up doing better.
For sure.
For WWF. 2 weeks ago, I kind of mentioned the Diesel Jean-Pierre Lafitte fiasco that happened in Montreal. Well, there's more to that issue, apparently. So on September 16th, Lafitte hit a top rope leg drop and landed directly on Diesel's face, which pissed Diesel off. So he delivered a few stiff shots, and then he hit the powerbomb for the win. That match did not take place in Montreal, so apparently Lafitte didn't have a problem doing the clean finish. But any issues that may have been happening between those two around this time may have been resolved. So there might be not anything to have to worry about there. Good. And here's the last bit of news, which I thought was kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys will know who this is, but we'll go with it anyway here. Tom Brandy, who would later be known as Salvador Sincere, Johnny Gunn in WCW fame with Tom Zank, was contacted about coming in to do a motorcycle cop gimmick similar to Eric Estrada's character on Chips.
Oh, God.
And that's to be coming into the WWF, I should point out.
When was Chips? Like the 70s or like the 80s?
I think it was the late 70s.
Dude, that is so stupid.
I used to love watching that show with my grandpa.
Oh my God!
Right now. I want to say.
Well, you can date it with. I like to watch it with my grandpa.
It was reruns, asshole.
It's like MASH.
Well, no, I know it was reruns, Bob, but I mean, come on.
Jesus.
Let's see here. It ran from September 15th, 1977 to May 1st, 1983.
Wow. Yeah. So there you go. Should probably skip out on the Chips gimmick, seeing as it's 1995, the later half.
Yeah.
Can't imagine that would really get over at this time. It's just such a shame because you can so tell, like it's so obvious that like the string pullers and the shot callers in the WWF are older white men. Like they don't know what's hip or like in style at this time or like pop culture. There's so much crazy shit going on in the early, mid, and late 90s. In late 90s, they finally catch on. But like, there's so much stuff they could be doing with gimmicks and storylines.
That's where you're not right. The people in power right here in 95, they didn't catch up in 1999 and late 90s. There was a guy named Vince Russo that did.
Well, and that's kind of what I was getting to.
Right, but the guys that are in power right now here in 95, like Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard, are the same guys that are in charge here today in 2021.
And it shows.
Right. So they're not aware of what's going on in 95. They're not aware of what's going on here in 2021.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So like I said, once they kind of get to the late 90s and they have Vince come in, who's definitely got his finger way more on the pulse of what's going on right now, which is exactly what they needed. It's just so obvious that I would say that Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon at this time, let alone what's going on today, are about 10 years behind where they should be mentally for like what's in and what's in style, like what's cool. Like in Vince's head in 95, he probably thinks a Chips gimmick is like wicked fucking cool.
Yeah. No, that makes sense because if the show ended in 83, probably 1985, it might work.
Yeah.
If you don't do it directly after the show's run, but not in 1995.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I can see that.
Which is like the same, like think of Razor Ramon. Like, oh, why is Razor Ramon getting over? That doesn't make sense. He's a bad guy. And then you fucking squash him. And it's like, in the meantime, let's push Lex Luger, who nobody wants, as if it's 1985. And like, no, it's just not how wrestling works at this time. I don't know. It just, to me, it doesn't make any sense.
No, I understand what you're getting with. That's all there was for Observer Notes. There's one house show here for the World Wrestling Federation, and it took place in Toronto, Ontario, at the Maple Leaf Gardens on September 17th. So obviously this was about a week before the pay-per-view. There was no house shows leading into it. There was 5,500 in attendance. And featured the following matches: Barry Horowitz defeating Skip, Isaac Yankem DDS defeating Aldo Montoya, the Smoking Guns defeated King Kong Bundy, who was a substitute for Owen Hart, and WWF Tag Team Champion Yokozuna. Fatu defeated Jean-Pierre Lafitte. Dean Douglas was victorious over 1-2-3 Kid. Hunter Hearst Helmsley pinned Henry Godwin. The Undertaker defeated Kama in a casket match. WWF Intercontinental Champion Shawn Michaels pinned Psycho Sid. And in the main event, WWF World Champion Diesel pinned Waylon Mercy.
Oh, there's that match. I'm just waiting to hear what somebody says first.
Well, I think we know Dallas is going because there's a casket match.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, front row. I would also like the VIP meet and greet where I get to take my chair home.
Oh my lord!
No, I don't think I'm going to that one.
You don't think? Jesus, I hope not.
No.
I think it's funny that
bullshit.
I think it's funny that Lafitte's doing a house show job when he's got a pay-per-view match coming up to Fatu.
Well,
what's the logic in that? I don't know.
They're not in Montreal.
No, right.
They're still punishing him on the tour. They're like, hey, buddy, remember how you lost the last 6 shows? You got to keep losing.
Yeah.
And what is who fucking King Kong Bundy? Just put Bulldog in there like you did on the pay-per-view.
Well, I mean, if you want the Guns to win, you're probably just going to have Bundy take the fall. So.
That's annoying. Get him out of here. He's fired.
I'm probably not going to go to that show.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You think, buddy?
Well, I'm just saying, if there was a better main event, I'd probably think
fuck it. That whole card is garbage.
Wait, is it bad, though, that the main event is also what, like, made me go, nope.
Right.
Well,
like, it wasn't great. But then the main event, I said, okay. Two guys who can't bend their knees? No thanks.
Right.
What's he do? A couple big boots. Waylon gets him in the headlock for about 2 seconds. Pushes off. He does another big boot.
It'd be nothing but forearm shots all match.
Knees in the corner.
You don't like that, dude?
No, I don't like that.
Well,
dude.
You don't know wrestling, dude.
I don't know what entertaining good wrestling is. You're right. How dare I?
Can we please, I don't know when or where or why, but can we please how long did that main event go?
It doesn't have a time.
Okay, well, we have time for it because some point in our lives together, we're all going to sit down and watch that.
Ugh.
I demand it, and so do the people.
I don't know about that. I don't think it's available on the internet to watch.
No, buddy.
Shoot.
You didn't even fucking look. Dude.
You know what? Wait, let me just. Yep, nothing there.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so we're just gonna continue on here.
Yeah.
Well, wait, didn't you know Bob is like super famous in the tape trading lands? So he would know.
I have
Exactly.
no idea. Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy. That's actually the one episode of Superstars that was apparently damaged shortly after it was broadcast, and then everybody that was involved in tape trading forgot to tape that one episode. So it's actually the only show that the WWF has sole possession of, and no one's ever recorded it.
So when are we watching it? Is the
We're
real
not.
question.
We are not going to ever watch that.
Well, we'll watch it the next time you come up, and we can all go into Bob's apartment.
Oh, okay.
No, you know
So
what?
it might be a while, but we could do it then.
We'll watch it the same day that we finish the SummerSlam 92 episode.
No comment. No comment on that.
It sounds like an exciting day.
Yeah. If you are a long-time listener, you'll understand the joke. But this is not a joke. It's time to get into the September 25th edition of Raw. And if you're going to watch along with Nitro, remember to get to the 10-second mark on Nitro, because as soon as Raw hits 10 seconds, I hit play on Nitro, because that just makes the most sense to me, and I don't have to worry about it. All right, you guys ready to do this or what? This is the first time that Raw and Nitro are going against each other live. It's a very important thing to mention here.
Yep.
So let's see what Raw has to do here coming out of a pay-per-view against Monday Night Nitro. You guys ready to do this or what?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess, dude.
All right, I'm going to count down from 5. When I say play, I'm going to hit the play button for Raw. And then again, when Raw gets to 10 seconds, which will mean nothing's really happened, I will then go to Nitro and hit play, where also nothing else has happened. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Let's hope mine doesn't die.
Mine sort of buffered. I got a little nervous, but we're good.
Yeah, mine went slow too. Okay.
Getting that good opening for Monday Night Raw. Ah, we're fucking buffering, son of a bitch. You'd think $1 billion company would have its crap together, you know?
That's impossible.
Obviously.
Now, tonight we're going to get Undertaker against the British Bulldog, which is what they had mentioned. And now we're seeing footage from In Your House 3.
Undertaker versus British Bulldog. How long do you think it goes?
12 minutes.
Get the fuck out of here.
There was Diesel hitting the powerbomb on Owen Hart, who was not involved in the match legally. And they won the tag titles.
Damn it. I got to refresh my freaking page.
Earlier today on Raw, Jim Cornette was yelling at Gorilla Monsoon with his lawyer. And that lawyer would be Clarence Mason.
Oh, him again?
Have we seen him before?
I don't know. Maybe not, but either way, I don't like
so
him.
I'm pretty sure this is Clarence Mason's debut.
Well, tell him to go back home.
Yeah. No. So Owen and Yoko are getting the belts back, but they will be defending them here tonight. Now we're getting the Raw opening. I hate this. I don't like this one. I like it better, the old one.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like this one. I like that it's not just little still photos with fucking filters put over them.
They weren't still photos. They were action shots.
Yeah, well, I don't like that. I'm just going to disagree with everything you say tonight, Bob, okay?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time, you asshole.
Dude, my network fucking sucks right now. What is going on?
It's Florida, dude.
Yeah, probably, actually.
I know that over here on Nitro, Dallas would be having a fucking raging boner because it's Alex Wright against Disco Inferno.
Here's a barn burner.
Dallas, you're trying to talk, but you've muted yourself, so you can't tell us what you're saying.
Okay, have I been muted for a long time because when I played Nitro, I was afraid it was gonna start playing the audio.
Yeah, so you've definitely been muted the entire time. I thought you were just purposely not talking.
Oh no. Okay,
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
See, now this is why I didn't read the description, because I wanted to
What
see his
the
genuine
fuck
reaction here.
is going on here?
Marty Jannetty has
You gotta
returned.
be shitting me, dude.
Yeah, Marty Jannetty's back in the World Wrestling Federation.
You're just saying it casually?
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
No.
Austin, this is like the 5th time that he's returned.
And guess what? I'm excited for the 5th time since he's returned.
God, this guy.
Fucking A. Who's he facing? Let's see it.
I believe. Well, we can see it. I saw him in the ring, but hey, look, we got match graphics back. Thank the Lord.
What is our time check? Oh, fuck. Skip.
Yeah.
What's
Yep.
your guys' time check at?
Raw, I'm at 3 minutes and 55 seconds.
Okay,
Oh, I'm
so,
I might be a second or two ahead of you.
so I am too, so that's fine.
Well,
I really, really don't like that Marty Jannetty's just got a generic like workout tank top on.
no, you know what he looks like right now? He looks like, if you were to go to the gym, he looks like the guy running around the track really unnecessarily fast. Like a Richard Simmons type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marty Jannetty here looks like the looks like, you know, the Ric Flair knockoff guy.
Buddy Landell?
No,
Rick
fucking,
Rogers.
no, the guy in the Indies right now.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
Something Lee. Like, oh, Nature Boy Paul Lee. You know
Paul
that
Lee.
guy?
Yeah.
Marty Jannetty looks like the Nature Boy Paul Lee of Bret Hart right now.
Wow.
And I don't like that, but I do like that it's Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, he's got to lose the top.
He looks a little chunky.
That's what I was just thinking.
Well, that's probably why he's got the top on, guys. Let's be real here.
He also looks a little drunky.
Well, he probably just got done taking care of a body before he came out for this match.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? When WCW has a major debut like Lex Luger, the WWF is probably like, you know what? Marty Jannetty is on the same level. We'll have him just come out of nowhere on Raw.
When's the last time we saw Marty on Raw?
That would have to be spring of '94.
So even if we say a year and a half, this dude looks like
Yeah.
he's aged 10 years since then.
Yeah, we haven't seen him since before King of the Ring '94. I know that.
Yeah, he looks really like old.
He just looks like a creepy uncle there when he hugged Sonny.
He does. That's what Marty Jannetty looks like.
Yeah,
He does look like a creepy uncle.
He's over though. The people are popping for him.
they are. I mean, I don't know if they're popping for the fact that Sonny slapped Skip and then he's reacting like a creepy uncle would in the ring and everything.
I don't know. I like seeing Marty Jannetty, even though all the negative things I just said. I appreciate Marty Jannetty. You bring Marty Jannetty back before fucking King Kong Bundy, you dicks. Come on.
Yeah, I don't even know what Marty was really doing.
Drugs?
He had a few shots in ECW. I know that.
Oh,
Well, I'm
that's
sure-
what you meant.
Yeah, I'm sure he did have a couple.
I'm not
Yeah,
talking
before this
about
match, he
alcoholic
had a couple.
beverages, Dallas.
Oh.
I'm talking about matches.
Oh.
Guys, stop being mean to Marty Jannetty, okay?
I like Marty.
I don't mind Marty. I have nothing bad to say about him. I'm just making jokes because it's
I
Marty.
like when
Jannetty.
Marty asks, "Hey, should I fuck
No.
my daughter?"
No, stop.
Those are
Guys, did that happen on WWF TV? No, so don't
no
talk about it.
gut wrench
but-
powerbomb by Skip here.
But are you friends with Marty Jannetty on Facebook? Because if you're not, you should be.
I was, but I deleted him because he's annoying.
Oh, yeah, he's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh,
We're going off the rails quick here, folks. We got Shane Douglas standing at the top of the ramp taking notes on a yellow legal pad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it Shane Douglas on WWF television? No, it's Dean Douglas.
Yeah, well, I wish, buddy.
Yeah.
But isn't that funny that he's taking notes on Skip because, hey, in ECW in a couple of years, they're going to be buddies. So
Well, all I'm saying is is Alex right? I already beat Disco Inferno, so
Are you watching it too, Dan?
I am watching along with you. I am. And I'll tell you what, that was probably the best Disco Inferno match I've ever seen.
I'll get fucked, okay, buddy?
Hey,
Disco Inferno. Inside out clothesline by Skip there.
What the fuck is Hulk Hogan doing?
No, that's Skip, Bob. I know they both have blonde hair.
I know, it's an honest mistake. But Hulk Hogan was just doing neck presses with the championship belt, and he's got a neck brace on. I don't know what that was about.
well, because the Giant, we haven't watched Fall Brawl, but he attempts to break Hogan's neck, so he's got a neck brace on, and he tells Jimmy Hart he wants to rip off the neck brace, but Jimmy Hart's like, "No, baby, don't rip it off, baby, keep it on."
This Skip Jannetty match is though surprisingly captivating in the sense of I would not be tuning in for Inferno and Riot.
Well, I think for once, probably since Skip's debut, Jannetty's making him look decent.
Yeah, so that, and I also think it's just nice to see him fighting a wrestler. It's not a job guy. Like, we know who he's fighting, and like that's like just refreshing to me.
Or
like,
him getting jobbed out.
Yeah. So, and just seeing and like the surprise of Marty Jannetty coming, like it's more of a refreshing take than Joe Schmo's in the ring and Skip's doing cartwheels up to the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
exactly. Nice German suplex there by Marty, gets a 2 count.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes me feel like if you're going to do this with Skip, that he really shouldn't have had that feud with Barry Horowitz, because it kind of lessens.
You could have done it with Jannetty.
Yeah, well, you could potentially lessen the impact of this, because a casual viewer might be watching this saying Skip couldn't beat a guy that hadn't won a match in 15 years.
Right. And
now here's Jannetty, so.
Unless he takes the W here over Jannetty as like a.
No way.
I was sort of thinking that too.
No way.
Jannetty's on a roll here. Hitting all his signatures.
Knee lift. For the cover, 1. No. Up next on Nitro, Sergeant Craig Pittman against Kurosawa. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, what a shame I'm missing it.
Yeah, you're not missing much of anything.
Crossbody by Marty.
I have a confession. Kurosawa, I don't know if I've really seen him before, but I really like him now.
Oh, my Lord.
I liked him. And maybe that's because... And I told you guys before, I've already watched this episode of Nitro, but I multitask during it. Generally, I take notes and I focus on it more. So maybe that's why I enjoyed him so much. But
on Raw, Skip just went up and over the top rope to the floor here as he's getting pulled back in the hard way, but lands on Marty for a near count.
I think Sonny tripped Jannetty.
Yeah, to kind of start the chain there.
Yeah. Oh, Jannetty countering a backdrop with a standing like famouser type of thing here.
Yep.
He's done that before.
Yeah, but I don't know the name of it.
It's not the rocker dropper, is it?
No, because this is the rocker dropper.
The fist?
Coming off the top, yeah. 1, 2.
Oh, shit.
Jannetty wins clean in the middle.
In the middle, clean.
It's not surprised by that.
I wouldn't be surprised if sooner rather than later they start peeling Sonny away from Skip.
Yeah, I think by the end of the year.
I think they know where the money is, and that's the problem.
Well, I mean, you could tell during the match the camera constantly went over to her.
That's what I'm saying.
Major angle that's replayed is the hug.
Right.
You know, not any of Skip's offense.
No.
We're going backstage here with Gorilla, Cornette, and Doc Hendricks. This is from In Your House that we saw, the backstage little argument between the Cornette and Gorilla. Where Gorilla was like, yeah, I guess Bulldog can be the tag champion tonight. That's fine.
For one night only, Bulldog would be the tag champ with Yokozuna. They've now explained this about 3 times on the show.
No, I guess we haven't seen Clarence Mason yet, but we'll see fucking plenty of them the next couple of years, so that should be just great.
Yes, if you will. I think from what now till 97 at the
Mhm.
latest.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Monsoon.
He's so animated.
I love it.
So what is he saying here? That it's legal or whatever? What happened?
He's saying, Monsoon, didn't you say that Bulldog was a tag champion? He's like, yeah. Well, he beat Owen Hart, and Owen Hart wasn't the tag team champion. So he pinned a guy that wasn't involved in the match. So how could he be champion? Cornette's thrilled.
And Gorilla Monsoon goes, however.
Here we go. So now they're going to have to defend the titles.
I like this pairing of Clarence Mason and Cornette. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's pretty funny.
I like it.
I get a Johnny Cochran vibe from Clarence Mason.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what they're going for.
Yeah. So here we are now back to the arena. Owen Hart and Yokozuna will be defending the titles.
Is it possible? Is it possible that Yokozuna has gained more weight since last night at In Your House?
Here's the thing. If you've noticed, specifically in his boobs, he's lost definition almost completely. That's 100% true.
I feel like you're bullying him, and that's just not appropriate.
Well, that's okay, because it looks like Jim Cornette's got a full diaper on underneath his suit.
Always.
Okay. Yes, we're just bullying people for the sake of bullying people now.
Here we go. Doc Hendricks with some fucking broad with the triple header t-shirt on.
You want this triple header shirt, guys? So here we go. We got a bargain for you. It's $3 because no one even ordered the show, and now the main event didn't even matter because, well, the champions are the champions again. So go ahead.
4 superstars, 3 championships, 2 teams, 1 match.
It's your last chance to get it.
$20. I bet you that the warehouse has like a fucking box of every single In Your House t-shirt ever.
100%. No doubt about it.
I would buy those in a heartbeat.
Yoko's got some weird like elbow pad and wrist pad on. I don't know what's going on there.
Wow.
Still to come. Yeah, Bulldog and Undertaker. Get ready.
Yoko doesn't look like a star, I'll tell you that.
Not anymore. No, he looks like this guy is a high school gym wrestler.
Yeah. By the way, we're in Grand Rapids, Michigan for Raw. I don't know if you point that out.
Thanks for telling us 30 minutes in, Bob.
Hey.
Guys,
we're not 30 minutes in. We're 16 minutes in, asshole. Okay?
Well, that's halfway through the show because in my mind, that's 30 minutes. Because if you put in the commercials, I mean...
Yeah, but are there commercials on the network? No.
No, because there's not.
Exactly.
Guys, don't worry. We're flashing back to fucking WrestleMania 11.
We need a friendly reminder of what happened back in April.
Why? Because these guys have only wrestled on TV 3 times?
Yeah.
Since WrestleMania fucking 11?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, Billy and Bart better fucking win here.
Yeah, okay.
Another
Come
commercial.
on.
I'd be fine with it because the team of Owen and Yoko, I'm like way over.
I think Owen and Bart should tag up, so it's the tag team name of Bart Hart.
Bart Hart.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
No?
No.
Not a fan?
Hard pass.
Sounds like something you'd book in fantasy, Bob. Anyway, we got these 2 guys coming in here. Billy's coming in to take over on Owen. Owen does the job. I think.
Hey, Austin, how's your fantasy ECW booking going, huh?
Well, I looked at it like a couple of months back, and I was like, oh, I should really get into this, and then I didn't get into it.
Yeah,
a couple months.
I hit them all on WrestlingRecaps.com, so they're not even published anymore because you don't update
that's
it.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Wow, we're digging deep tonight. And hey, speaking of WrestlingRecaps.com, I have it open right now on my screen. It's a great resource for all your favorite wrestling reviews.
Right. Dallas is a kiss ass. So.
It's actually true. I do have it open on my screen, and I've mentioned before, I don't just kiss Bob's ass because I do reference his website all the time.
That's good.
Bob needs to write more articles on there, like opinion pieces or like stories.
Yeah, I want to hear Bob's shit opinion on wrestling.
I do.
My
I know.
shit opinion?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
What do you mean my shit opinion?
I want to hear your shit opinion.
Like, I like when Bob writes about
When you say
Sean
shit
O'Hare.
opinion, you're saying that I don't have a good opinion on something.
No.
What the fuck, man?
I like when Bob writes articles about Sean O'Hare because nobody else fucking writes articles about Sean O'Hare.
It was Mark Jindrak.
Okay, well, I like that.
All right. And I was actually thinking about writing one on Sean O'Hare about his 7 sins of whatever.
Yeah, you definitely should. I fucking
there.
Sean O'Hare is awesome.
We're
Hey,
getting a
speaking of
picture here. Sean and Diesel are watching on a computer screen backstage. As if they'd be scouting this match out of all of them.
Well, yeah, they're in the tag team division now.
Well, they already booked themselves the win, though, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Bulldog here by Billy. He's like,
Billy.
Look at me. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Dude was getting pumped.
I like Billy because of that. He's the only one who shows fucking charisma on that team.
Any real
Yoko was
emotion,
like-
yeah.
Billy with a crucifix, but then gets Samoan dropped and dead.
I thought he was still going for like the crucifix pin, and I thought Yoko just slammed down on him. I was like, shit.
He was like, fuck you, I'm not taking a crucifix.
Owen's putting the boots to Billy on the outside. And you know what? Shout out to Billy Gunn just for being cool. Like, Billy Gunn's cool. He does our opening. He's a cool guy to meet. He's just cool.
Yeah, did you know that he actually does the opening every week? It's not a recording. I have to hit him up, and he does one every time.
Oh.
Have you been switching it still or just using Billy Gunn's?
No, I switch it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'd hope so.
It seems like every time I listen, it's Billy Gunn.
Well, maybe every time I use this Billy Gunn.
Well,
There's what? I have like 3 of them, right? There's Billy, there's Papa Shango, and Scotty Steiner.
yeah.
Yeah, so I basically just go to the first one I see, and last time I checked, Billy Gunn alphabetically is the first one that I would see. So
Okay.
I click him. How the
Well, I
fuck
guess-
is Sergeant Craig Pittman and Kurosawa still happening right now?
I don't know, because Kurosawa's nuts. Kurosawa is what is to me is what like Meng should have been. Like he's like a cool like fighty guy, and Meng is like, oh, he probably should have just been a bodyguard still.
You're literally the only person that likes Kurosawa.
Listen, I'm just saying maybe like I said, it could have been because I was paying half attention. I'll watch more and I will fully decide, but I dig it.
Owen just did an insecurity to Billy, and then do we just go to our 3rd commercial break in this match on Raw?
Yeah, and they keep breaking at really bad times.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Oh.
Like it's in the middle of action.
Yeah, it's like not in the rest spot or something.
Owen going to the
Neck breaker
top
probably.
here.
Oh, crossbody, but he turns him over. Holy shit.
Almost
I
the
thought
3
Billy was
count
gonna win
now.
that.
So did I.
Come on, tag in fucking Bart. Shark gun.
Come on, Billy. Billy, tag me in,
Oh
Billy.
boy, here comes fucking
Lord,
Yoko.
Here it comes.
Wishbone.
P5 fum. It's Yokozuna.
Get ready for the leg drop, buddy, because it's coming.
Or like the missed elbow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the shining elbow.
Is it just me or does Yokozuna's thighs look like a memory foam mattress?
No, it looks like cottage cheese in a garbage bag.
No, guys, you got it wrong. That's where he's hiding the nuts for winter.
Oh yeah.
Especially on the
Sandy
lower
cheeks.
inner thigh.
Right.
Go get him, Yoko.
Right there. There's the nut sack, right? Well, I shouldn't say it like that, but you get the point.
Yeah, it's like a squirrel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at him.
He's getting ready for hibernation.
That's why he's gained so much weight. He's been building the weight up for years, waiting for the moment of hibernation that he's soon going to receive. But unfortunately, that hibernation is 6 feet under.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
Listen, I don't like that he died, but it's a fact.
Right. Jesus. Lord.
Yikes. Okay, then.
Dales,
Cornette's got a kiss tie on because, you kiss his wife and you get over, so.
Yeah, you come in the hot tub, you kiss the wife, you kiss his peep, and then you get out.
Dallas, do you think Yokozuna's body is completely just like bones right now, or is there still body fat on him?
What?
Oh, wait. I had to think of what the hell you were talking about.
Oh! Oh, I got it now, buddy.
You both didn't know what I was talking about?
No, I'm going to say he's probably fully decomposed at this point.
Okay.
It's probably safe to say, it depends what they injected, but yeah. And depends who built the casket. If it's Undertaker, he built that shitty wood.
What if they open up the casket and for some reason like Mustafa Ali just popped out? And he's like, guys, I've been in there for fucking 22 years. What's going on?
What? Hey, over on Nitro, Brian Pillman and Arn Anderson are in the ring.
I just want to point out here, Brian Pillman in like 95, 96 WCW is super cool.
Oh my God, dude.
I kind of wish that he stayed in WCW and continued his little crazy gimmick, but
well, that was the plan. He fucked it up.
Yeah, his gimmick here being right here in 95 as part of the Horsemen, he fits in perfectly.
He plays his role perfectly.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's literally what was supposed to happen until he was like, nah, I'm going to take the money in the guaranteed deal.
Well, it's because he fucked up his foot.
Right, and he knew in WCW, like, that was a fucking short list.
Well, and the thing, too, is I guess Bischoff put a provision in his contract that was like, your contract's only guaranteed for 90 days. So after every 3 months, I could just say, you're fired.
Right.
So.
Billy missing a huge leaping leg drop here. Given time for Yokozuna to at least stand the fuck up and miss a body splash of his own. Pillman, 95, 96, 97. 96 is Pillman's best year. Even though he gets hurt and like all that other shit, between being in all three companies in 1 year and just the quality of stuff that he was doing, 96 is a really good Brian Pillman year.
I think I would say 93.
I'm saying character-wise.
For the blonde, for matches-wise, blondes.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
92.
Character-wise, though, in 96, Pillman was making big waves.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bart back
WCW Saturday night, it's going to be Sting and Johnny B. Bad. Might have to watch that. Backdrop by Bart.
This has been a long match.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
Well, they got to have at least one long match because remember, Undertaker and Bulldog is probably going to be about 3 minutes.
Press slam. Here we go. 1.
Wait a second.
No, kick it. No, 2 count.
The ref basically counted to 3 as Yokozuna like slowly walked in and kicked Bart in the head.
I like that. I like how he walked over to him.
Oh. The Guns just sent Owen into Yoko. Now Yoko's sitting in the corner. Guns going for the Sidewinder.
Yeah, baby. Come on, this is
it.
it.
They hit it. Bart's got the cover.
Oh.
Yoko just splashed Owen on accident.
Dude, they're going to lose. Oh, fuck. Get out of that, dude.
That's good.
Yeah. Yes. That's awesome. Dude, the crowd just went nuts for that.
Well, here comes Shawn and Diesel to steal the spotlight because that's what they do.
That was a good finish. That was a good finish, too.
Yeah, that was a good match. Look at Billy and Bart. They actually win a match.
And the crowd's totally for it. They're not like, what the fuck?
And they won that without any bullshit, too. That's a huge win for the Guns.
Absolutely.
To beat
Oh,
Owen
man,
Hart.
that couldn't have been better. Shit, yeah. It gets Owen and Yoko out of here. it removes fucking the two main champions out of there, which is like what needed to happen. And the guns were way overdue.
Absolutely. I like that a lot.
Shit, yeah, that.
Well, if you were to switch over to Nitro after that climax of a match, you'd be seeing a new climax and Randy Savage coming out for his match against Kevin Sullivan. Now, next week on Raw, looks like Jean-Pierre Lafitte is going to wrestle Bret Hart for the second time. Great.
I'm down for that.
I am too, but then it makes you wonder, why would I buy In Your House?
Hey, that's
You're
what I was
not
just
gonna.
about- that's what I just was about to say.
Also, we're getting 1-2-3 Kid Razor Ramon next week. So next week's
What?
already pretty stacked.
Holy fuck.
Who's
Look,
Sean?
Earl Hebner just came in the ring and said, "Hey guys, you need to get the fuck out of the ring."
Yeah, you're taking
go.
up TV time, boys. Let's go.
We're live, guys. We got to get going.
I was gonna make the note here that I think is interesting is that I can't remember if it was last week on Nitro. I think it might have been, or the week before. They also crowned new tag team champions on
Right.
Nitro. So I don't know if that's a
yeah.
response in them
Yeah.
turning live here on Raw, and they're like, "Hey, we can be unexpected too. Watch, tag team
Yeah.
champions could switch."
Because the American males beat Harlem Heat. Yeah.
Who also
That was the night after Fall Brawl.
Fall Brawl when they just won it that night as well. So
Right.
not the same thing, but fairly similar, you could say.
Just announced here, we got Undertaker taking on Mabel at the next In Your House. Also the debut of Goldust here, as told
right.
by Doc Hendricks.
See, so why is Mabel fighting Undertaker? See, this is what I mean. We're the first. At least give us till next week. God damn it.
So it's going to be Diesel and the British Bulldog at In Your House on October 22nd.
Well, here's your British Bulldog shot at the title match, Bob.
Yeah, it's a little early. I would have waited.
Shawn versus Dean Douglas.
For the IC strap, right?
What the fuck?
I don't like how they're doing this right now.
They haven't even had an interaction. Nothing.
Well, I guess when you pin Razor Ramon, you're the number one contender.
I don't know. Bulldog in the ring now, making his entrance around Gorilla Monsoon and Doc Hendricks.
This is the main event of Raw, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's got to be... So we're at 30 minutes and 46 seconds. There's no way that this is going 4 minutes.
No, I guess not then, huh?
Yeah, maybe you guys should listen to me next time when I say it's going to go like 12 minutes.
Well, you might be right about that now.
I was right about it from the beginning.
I don't know. I think we're going to get some bullshit to close out Raw. I don't think this match will close out.
I think Bulldog's going to beat him clean 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
I would love that.
That's what I would do. If you're going to have him challenge Diesel at the In Your House, you might as well win clean.
I'd love it.
I was just about to say, how can either one of these guys lose this match right now when they're both going into, well, I mean, versus Mabel isn't much of a
Yeah, Undertaker's fighting
high-profile
Mabel.
match. But you know what I mean? Like, the Undertaker in general, how could you have him lose? But how can you have Bulldog lose when you just announced him for the title? Bulldog has to win this match.
Right. That's what I think. Meanwhile, Savage
I
and
still
Sullivan
don't
are
buy into Undertaker, by the way.
You still don't what?
I'm still not buying into Undertaker yet.
You don't have creativity.
Right.
You don't think outside the box. It's a dead man. All right.
I think the Amazon guy just pulled up to my house.
Oh, yeah.
They don't make you sign for anything, do they?
Depends what it is.
Let's see if
Is it that fleshlight that you told me you were buying?
Let's see if we hear a doorbell.
Yeah, it really depends what you bought.
I think that's that fleshlight he was talking about. Savage on Nitro. Elbow drops Zodiac. He's not in the match. Oh shit! Here comes the giant. Oh no.
Oh, he rings it and goes. He walks away. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate that. Well, in my apartment, they knock, and I'm like, "Do I have to get up?" And then you can hear the door shut on their way out. I was like, "Okay, I'll go in a minute."
I look through my peephole, and if they ain't there, then I'm good.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, hopefully he dropped off whatever he needed to, and wasn't like, oh, well, fuck it.
Nah, if he rang and walked away, you're good.
Yeah.
All right. Bulldog here. He's in our long tights, which we like. It's the white ones with the blue and red wording on the side.
Yeah, so if he shits his pants from old school right now, he's in a lot of trouble.
Well, I'll tell you what. White is a very brave color for anybody.
What the fuck? Why did Frankie Lancaster come out on Nitro to save Randy Savage?
Well, because if you notice here,
What the fuck is Mark Starr doing?
Because the giant has to kill someone. So here he goes. Ready? Bam. As the Undertaker big boots the British Bulldog. And now here comes my favorite, Bob. If you'll take a peek over there quick again.
Oh yeah, your favorite hog, fucking Alex Wright.
Okay, it's not all about the hog, man.
It's a German coney, fucking Alex Wright. Great, yeah.
German coney, he says.
Oh, he's humping him.
He's got a big hog.
Bulldog clotheslines Undertaker over the top. Who
Oh, but no.
Oh,
Choke
Cornette
slam
was
Cornette.
coming up with a fucking racket, and Undertaker immediately snatched him by the throat, and the racket went flying up and hit Cornette in the head.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Look at the arena they're in. What is this? Did you see the little stage? It's all darkened out.
Yeah, I think I noticed it.
It's probably like an auditorium.
Why wouldn't you just come out from over there?
What the fuck?
Bulldog back in the ring here, taunting to the crowd, saying that he's fresh as a daisy while Undertaker holds his legs on the outside. He got chop blocked on the floor there.
I love how the people above me at my apartment here are moving around their entire apartment at 7:22 at night.
Dude, don't be jealous.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
No, I want to fucking be like the guy on Friends and get my broom and start banging the top of my ceiling.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, great, Mabel.
Wait, why is his hair not poofed up?
Because he probably took a shower.
He looks like the Venom symbiote stuck to the top of his head and it's starting to take over.
Bulldog working over the knee here is the British Bulldog.
Oh, no, Dallas, you lied.
I lied, I guess. Well,
That's Waylon Mercy right there.
No.
okay, I lied, I guess. He doesn't wrestle on Raw anymore.
Why did they show him? Damn it. Bulldog's putting the boots to Undertaker here. Undertaker hasn't done shit in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, he's
A
got
single leg
single
Boston,
leg.
yeah, Boston Crab.
This is a stronger main event than the main event we're getting on the competition. I'll tell you that right now.
Sure is.
Undertaker really feigning that leg injury there. Really favoring that knee.
Go get him, Bulldog. Pin him right now. Power slam. Okay. Over the shoulder. Is he going to hit it? No. Taker counters with a side or a back suplex.
The ref tripped over Bulldog, who was selling the back suplex.
Fucking Earl. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Come on, Taker. How does a dead man feel any pain? I don't get it.
Well,
You're just not creative,
Wow.
you prick.
That is the most offensive thing you've ever said to me, man.
Yeah, get wrecked, buddy.
I think the most offensive thing I've ever said to Bob was earlier when I said I want to read his shit opinions.
Yeah. I think the worst thing I ever said to Dallas was like when I'd make fun of him when he gained like 45 pounds and he
And last
looked
episode,
really awful. physically for like probably 2.5 years.
Dude, it was just a little loaf of bread. Give him a break.
Yeah, can you leave me alone? I was just a little overinflated for a little bit of time.
He was pregnant with a little alien. That's all.
Yeah. I know the worst thing
a pile driver.
The worst thing I ever said to Austin wasn't even words. It's when I didn't go to the pizza place for his birthday.
You're such an asshole for that. You did that on purpose. You were probably having pizza at your house. And like, oh, I want to hang out with him today.
Yeah, probably.
He probably made 4 DiGiorno pizzas and like a bag of pizza rolls and put them on top.
No, he probably ordered pizza from the same place we were going to go to and had like Joe Sweet over.
Yeah, probably.
And it's like, no, dude. Sorry, I was sleeping.
I believe it. And you know, it's probably that night that made Joe delete you off Facebook and then say that you deleted him off Facebook.
Right. Yeah. Because I would actively go out of my way to do that.
As the Undertaker continues to no-sell everything Bulldog is doing and just sits up.
As if Bob really gave a flying fuck.
It's amazing.
Uh-oh.
Whatever.
The Bulldog.
Oh, is he going to choke slam him?
Oh,
yeah. That was a hard one, too. Went down
no, come on. Don't pin him.
I feel like the camera's like coming out for something. Is panning outward.
Undertaker's stalling for something.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He'll be stalling. Yeah, it is.
The crowd's booing because here comes King Mabel.
He took wicked long.
Way too long.
I think he missed his cue.
Oh.
The ref's calling for the bell here. We just got a belly to belly by Mabel.
After a knee lift here by Bulldog from behind. Oh my lord! As Meng just destroyed Lex Luger with a gut wrench, gut buster thing. I don't know what that was about. Running power slam, yes.
Yep. Power slam, leg drop by Mabel to polish him off. Will we get a face save here? Is this going to be it?
Yeah, no, it's fucking Mike Chioda.
Sean and Diesel, here they come, as if they haven't been on screen enough this week.
Yeah.
Woo woo woo!
You can never have too much of them.
You can never have a main event without them.
Right.
We got about 6 minutes left on Raw here.
That's a lot longer than it feels like we should have for what's going on.
Well, that's why I had a feeling there'd be some bullshit going on. Owen Hart's ringside.
Former tag champ.
The Guns are running down.
Are we getting
current tag champ
into what might happen at Survivor Series?
I was just gonna say that's what I was gonna say.
They're so went barefoot.
Smoking Guns.
I think they just got out of the shower.
Do they have literal soap on them?
Together?
Well, they don't have shoes on.
I feel like they have soap on each other.
The broke back Guns, baby.
Undertaker's still laying unconscious as if he got shot with a fucking buckshot shotgun.
It's coming. Oh. I thought this was going to be something more exciting.
Yeah, you kidding? No, dude. It's WrestleMania 11, which is just the greatest time of my life to watch that show. I will never turn on WrestleMania 11 again in my life.
Yeah, I won't either. I actively avoid WrestleMania 11, actually.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We're getting this basically recap video of WrestleMania, and that almost happened a year ago at this point.
WrestleMania the special, Saturday night at 11 o'clock.
We're going on month 6 since that happened. Undertaker finally up here. We got the Guns, Undertaker, Paul Bearer, and 2 dudes with attitude standing in the ring.
I like how the Guns are barefoot.
They're out of the shower.
I'm telling you, they have soap on themselves.
I think they did. Well, if you look, Bart Gunn's pants are undone too, I think.
Him and Billy switched.
Yeah. Now, interesting note is there's still wrestling going on Nitro. Well, on Raw for 6 minutes, we're standing in the ring.
Is Undertaker
That's
going
true.
to shake hands?
He just did. What the fuck? Look at him.
Shaking hands with Shawn Michaels? Get the fuck out of here.
What the hell was that about? Undertaker never shake hands.
Good job.
Wait, we just came back from commercial for that, and now we're going back to commercial.
Hey there, sexy boy.
Wait,
I wanna be your boy toy.
By the way, we just went to commercial and came back, and now Shawn and Diesel are making their entrance to the ring.
Yeah, they're playing to the crowd. Vince is dancing at commentary. Oh, Lord.
Wait, is Shawn about to whip it out?
I think that's why they cut away from it, probably.
I'll tell you
Meanwhile,
what.
Meng just beat Lex Luger by hitting him with a spike. So that's a thing.
Shawn and Diesel got a friggin' real easy payday tonight, buddy.
Yeah, here's a reminder of 1-2-3 Kid counting a 3 for Razor Ramon despite not being a referee. And then Razor's like, what the fuck, man? Get out of here. And he's like, no, dude, I'm trying to help. Get out of here. Shoved him out. That's called child abuse. And then Dean Douglas got a roll up from behind. And he won the match with a handful of tights.
Why does he have to be Dean Douglas? Like, why?
Because
Who-
everybody
who
needs
was-
an occupation.
But who saw Shane Douglas and said teacher?
I did.
Where is the connection?
It's very simple. He was like an English teacher, and then boom. Perfect.
No.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Are we getting a
Nitro-
special interview here?
Ooh, next week on Nitro, Luger against Savage.
And
next
if
week on
and
Raw.
if Luger loses, he's leaving WCW.
Okay, well, we know who's winning that then. What the fuck? That's stupid. What a stupid stipulation that is.
Well, we got 1-2-3 Kid Razor next week, as they just showed.
Along with Brett and Lafitte.
Okay, this end of Raw for 6 minutes of this bullshit. This is ridiculous.
I just don't know what the point is.
I think they mistimed it.
Well, it's really like killed the mood of Raw for me because like I was enjoying it a pretty decent amount until this last chunk, and it's like, what are you doing? Do an interview or at least.
They definitely mistimed it.
Diesel feels like such a fucking jabroni. Like, Shawn's the star, and it's like, why is Diesel even out there?
He definitely overshadows them. There's no doubt.
Oh my god, not even close to comparable.
So now we're getting highlights, which honestly, if they were doing this, I probably wouldn't even be complaining as bad as just Shawn and Diesel just keep celebrating in the ring for no reason.
For literally no reason. Yeah, just to be on Raw to end the show. Oh, there's that.
Well, that wraps up September 25th. I thought that was a good show for Raw.
Yeah,
Yeah. I absolutely agree.
it was. And I mean, I know, like I said, I only half paid attention to Nitro and now I just watched it again along. But I got to say, I think Raw had the better show this week for sure.
I agree. Absolutely.
I loved the surprise of Marty Jannetty in the beginning. I think he gave Skip probably the best match Skip's had on Raw this far. At least most credible, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Tag team match was surprisingly good, especially with like an unstimulated, unmotivated Yokozuna and Owen Hart. So that was pretty good. And then to put them over clean champions, sign me up for that. That's exactly where we need to be going for 95. And it, like I said, it breaks off the Owen Yoko thing, hopefully. At least sometime soon, kind of phasing Yoko out, most likely. And get Shawn and Diesel away from the title scene, which is definitely what needed to happen. And I'll tell you what, the main event wasn't too bad either. I think it's silly to go in booking Bulldog against Undertaker. Like Dallas said, neither guy can really lose the match. And then to have Undertaker shake everybody's hand at the end and stuff is almost as cringeworthy as Undertaker opening his coat to show the American flag. Like, it's pretty close to that.
What about when he was there for the poem?
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know.
Again,
that's just a weird character development thing because he doesn't do that. He doesn't shake other dudes' hands. Like, yeah, all right, we're cool.
And that's the thing.
Well, yeah.
It's just, I think that's one of the reasons for me right now why I can't get behind Undertaker, because there's been so much just bullshit ass mixed signals between the guy in the sub shop talking about 9-foot sub sandwiches and seeing Undertaker carry one, to shaking hands, to dying and coming back to life as a ghost, to Undertaker versus Undertaker. Like, there's just been a lot of bad shit. And then it's like, well, okay, at least Undertaker has good matches, except he doesn't, because all of his opponents fucking suck. So, like, anything Undertaker up to this point, for me at least, I couldn't care less about. But they came up with a little creative way, I guess, to get a finish there for him and Bulldog. Glad that Bulldog didn't just get fucking squashed, because, again, now he's going in to face Diesel, as Bob kind of foreshadowed last week. So I guess we'll see. It's probably just going to be a notch on Diesel's belt at this point, which sucks, because would I like to see, or could I see a Bulldog as champion? Yeah, sure. Maybe not yet. But within the next couple of months, absolutely, if they kept building him. So yeah, all in all, I think not a bad week of Raw, especially going up against Nitro this week live. And I'll tell you what, they kind of had me buy in for next week. We got 2 big matches, arguably bigger matches than we've had even on the last pay-per-view, between the rematch with Lafitte, which again was voted the best match of the fucking night for the pay-per-view, and a Ramon 1-2-3 Kid match, which is been promoted as a big match. So I think all things considered, we're in a good spot for WWF coming out of this show.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I do think that this is kind of what the show we needed after this pay-per-view. So I think, and with next week's matches, I think it, like as Austin said, I mean, they're strong matches to get you to want to watch Raw. And so, I don't know, I think maybe Austin was right. Maybe we got that upward swing. We'll see. I don't want to hold my breath too much and get too excited, because if we get too excited, then we know what's going to happen. So I think it looks promising, though, as far as next week goes, and yeah, this was a good Raw, especially to go up against Nitro live at the same time.
Yeah, I thought that this Raw was a fresh breath.
Yes,
we needed. It's been probably at least 5 months since we've had an overall good Raw.
We've had one decent one as of late within the last month or so, but realistically, action-wise and like progression-wise, 100% agree with you.
I think my one gripe, if I had to say one thing, is them giving away half the In Your House card the day after the last In Your House. Why?
Yeah.
Don't do that. I'm not going to be like, oh, guys, oh my God, Mom and Dad, I need to buy it now. Like,
especially because the matches haven't even really, they're not even teased yet. That might happen. Look, here's an interaction. Like, there hasn't even been an interaction.
Yeah, it's a mistake. If you could have still had Mabel come out ringside and everything without having the match announced and been like, oh, I see where this could probably go, I guess, At least
yeah, or if you're going to do that this show, hey, there's 6 minutes at the end of the show that we didn't fucking use. Hey, why not announce live here right now after what we just saw and what transpired? It's going to be, Mabel Undertaker. And then Mabel, give us a heated heel promo to close us out or something. Instead of saying it and then doing it. It's like...
And not only saying it, but Gorilla Monsoon saying it like during British Bulldog's entrance. Way to make the #1 contender look real good that you have to make In Your House announcements during his entrance.
And not only that, the camera didn't even follow Bulldog.
Exactly.
The camera stayed on the interview, and Bulldog literally had to
Squeeze by
shimmy
him.
his way around
Yeah.
and like go by, and then you don't see Bulldog again until his entrance is over. So that's
Yeah.
bullshit.
I'll take Todd over that shit any day.
Yeah.
Right.
Even though sometimes those get annoying, I'll take those over that any day.
Well,
Right,
I don't like Doc Hendricks at all anyway.
Right.
So that's not helping.
No, I mean, at least Todd makes it, even if it's cringy, it's still like passable.
It's like good cringy though. That's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Like I see what he's doing.
Yeah, and I think the difference between Todd and Doc is that you can tell Doc's faking excitement to whereas Todd's faking it, but you could probably believe that fucking nerd is really that excited for the show.
Yeah, so could I.
You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more believable. But yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. I did think that was stupid. They definitely need to get rid of the announcing the whole card the night after the previous fucking pay-per-view card. And yeah, man, the Bulldog thing, jeez, that was bullshit that they did that too. But yeah, I don't
That's
know.
something we need to get over after this next In Your House or something. Like we need.
Yeah.
They need to stop that like ASAP.
Yeah.
Because now we're gonna sit here for what is it, 4 or 5 weeks? I don't even know how long it is, and we're gonna sit here and be like, okay, well we know the card. This is cool. At least we'd have something to look forward to if they were to announce the matches as we get closer to the actual pay-per-view.
I don't like announcing the matches before setting up the angles because when you're
Exactly.
because now you're waiting for it. You're waiting for the angle to develop to justify the match happening. But when you already know it's happening, you're just there goes a sense of surprise.
And then
yeah.
And when then the angle doesn't happen, and then there's just a match, as we just saw at In Your House 3, everyone's like, what's going on?
Well, here's the thing. What it is them putting the cart before the horse. It's like you're doing shit out of order. It's like putting your shoe on and then putting your sock over your shoe.
Yeah.
You're fucked. Like you're wasting your time. And the problem that I have with it for the most part is not only, usually the angles feel totally contrived and like just needless at that point because you've already told us what's going to happen. Half the time I feel like they don't even need to do it, kind of like what Dallas was saying. So it makes lazy booking even lazier. Oh, why is this match happening? Because we told you it is 4 weeks ago. That's the only reason it's happening. Because we told you it is. Yep. Not because there's a feud or something that needs to be resolved between the two guys or the two teams. Literally just because we told you it's a match, that's why it's a match. What? This is weekly TV, dude. You got weekly viewers that you need to talk into staying on your channel or otherwise they're switching. You can't be fucking around like that anymore. It's not like, oh, if they leave, where are they going to go? It's, oh, if they leave, will they come back? Well, keep this shit up and the answer's probably going to be no.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a great week of Raw, but there's definitely some chinks in the art, that need to be ironed out moving into 96. Like Dallas said, that shit needs to stop by the next pay-per-view, if not sooner. Doing dumb shit like that, giving the whole card away and not building angles or putting anything into it.
Yeah.
So bad.
No, I agree. I agree with that. I mean, I get the Diesel Bulldog deal, but like what you said with Sean and Dean, there's no interaction there to justify other than Dean, I guess, beating Ramon to potentially be the #1 contender.
Yeah, but not even like that's not, you can't even consider that indirect, dude. There is nothing linking that. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like, why does Shawn Michaels even know who Dean Douglas is? Realistically, in kayfabe on the show, there would be no way that he would even care who.
I don't even think Dean Douglas has necessarily graded one of his matches at all. Like, I don't even think anything has happened.
No, nothing. Nothing.
So we can't even pull that one out of our ass like we had to with Razor Ramon. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
And
I
does
guess.
Dean Douglas really feel a viable threat to Shawn Michaels' IC championship?
No.
No. Absolutely not.
Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe that will change over the next 3 weeks or so.
Well, it better, because that's what they told us is going to happen.
Well, yeah.
They're setting themselves up for failure. You get this idea in your head. It's like, okay, this is what they could do for an angle for the next couple weeks. They ain't going to do that.
Right.
It could be good. You could be interested in it. But they're not going to put that much effort in.
Yeah. Well, that's been their weakness for the whole year, is inability of developing, a worthwhile storyline.
I would even say it plagued a lot of last year, too.
Well, yeah. The Owen Brett stuff carried it for the year.
Yeah, but like that, yeah.
That's it. I mean, but even here in 95, there's really been nothing.
Well, and you know what it is? I don't even think they're able to start stuff. They can start a feud, right? And they can sprinkle in moments. But as far as, strategic weekly booking into an exciting, plausible blow-off or finish, it just doesn't happen. Either shit unravels and it goes into different stories and then you don't get a conclusion and then they have a match on Raw fucking 7 months later. Or you get like a rushed conclusion turning a guy a different way where he doesn't fit and like gas pedaling him to where it's like nobody even gives a shit anymore. It's just the execution is so flawed when it comes to like long-term or even, mid-term booking.
I think I know what the problem is. They're essentially writing a month's worth of storylines in a week because of the way that they're taping it. So they're able to do that one first, great, intriguing angle or moment, similar to a 93 where, they do like with Perfect and Shawn Michaels, they brawled down the street.
Right.
But then like nothing happened for
Right.
2.5 months. It's kind of the same thing here where they might start off with like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And then because they've had to tape for a month, their TV for a month, they can't really follow up with it.
Yeah, they like fall off the wagon a little bit.
Yeah.
And I can think of a couple instances in 93. The Savage Crush stuff was like must see. What the fuck's going on? Randy Savage is a maniac. Like you said, the Perfect Shawn Michaels stuff, the Sherry Martel Luna Vachon stuff was awesome.
Yeah.
There was a couple of times where it was like you didn't know what was going to happen. This is Raw. Anything's possible. And for 93, you kind of believed it. I don't feel that way anymore, and I haven't in a long time. Everything feels pretty laid out, if not months in advance, for sure weeks in advance. And that's what's hurting the show. I think you're exactly right, Bob. Everything's so far in the can. It's exactly that. It's canned product.
Yeah, and then I mean, so after today, after this week's episode, they don't have really anything new. So everything's taped until the night after In Your House.
Right.
Yeah,
Just
that's
to give context.
Right.
That's not good.
No. So I think that's really important. Meanwhile, Nitro is always live and able to adapt and change things. If something were to happen even on house shows, they can't adjust it on television because it's been taped so far in advance. So,
Well, they're still just playing it so safe as if nothing else is going on. No WCW, no rumblings in Philadelphia. It's just, nothing's going on. We're good. Just keep our schedule. Nothing's changing. Nothing's happening. It's like, I can remember specifically because this jumps out to me like school, right? It'd be like grilled cheese and tomato soup day.
Mm-hmm.
And you never got a full can of tomato soup. You got, an eighth of a can, and the rest was just water. That's what Raw is. Raw's a tomato soup that's an eighth of a can of tomato soup, and the rest is water filler. And they're just trying to make you live off that. Like, oh, at least it kind of tastes tomato-y. Just dip the grilled cheese in it. Yeah, it's hard, and it's been sitting around a while. But, like, that's all you need. It's just school lunch. It's just Monday Night Raw. It doesn't matter. When WCW's over there giving you the entire can of fucking soup, fucking gourmet grilled cheese, yo, eat this shit. You never even tasted it before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hogan's here, but, like, he ain't at lunch today, so you'll like everything else. For the most part.
Yeah.
And we're eating water fucking tomato soup. But it's changing, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. I said it after fucking In Your House. This was a good episode of Raw. Will next week be good? Will it deliver? I'm always let down, so fucking probably not. But the best news of all is that regardless if next week is a full can of tomato soup or the watery version, everybody listening will be here for it.
Yeah, you know what?
That's the best part.
Yeah, and if you watch the watery tomato soup version of Raw, I'll be watching the pizza lunchable version of Nitro.
The pizza lunchable.
Well, it'll get there, but I don't think it's quite there yet.
No, probably not. Dallas, do you have anything that you want to use an analogy involving lunch food?
I don't.
No, Bob, I'm good. I don't think I have anything else to say. I think I'm good. Okay,
Jesus
great.
Christ. I'm out. Close this shit.
No, do you have anything or no?
No, fuck you. I
Of
can't wait
course.
for next week for your shit opinions on next week's episode of Raw.
Wow, man. That's it. You know what? I'm deleting WrestlingRecaps.com. I'm over it.
No, wait, no.
10 years of my life, I'm throwing it away. Fuck it. I don't care. It's not worth it. All right. Well, if you guys have no more input, I mean, Dallas has said about 8 sentences this whole show.
Oh, that's not.
We'll
true.
see you next
Thank
week.
God.
We'll see you next week for the October 2nd, 1995 edition of Monday Night Raw. Or if maybe other people are watching Nitro, we'll see you then. For Austin Skinner and for Dallas Gridley, I'm Bob Conn Jr., and this has been IcoPod.
You got it.